Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cupid Parasite. We're going into episode 3, which there's no chapters in this game, so we're just kind of stopping at when there is good intermissions, basically, or sections in the game where it kind of transitions into topics, I guess. I don't really know how else to describe it. In the last episode, so basically up to this point, this is episode 3, so if you haven't watched the first two, I'd go recommend watching that. Up to this point, we are with Lynette, who is Cupid from the world of Celestia, which is like heaven, I guess. And she has come down to Earth to do matchmaking the human way to prove her father that humans are capable of finding love for themselves. And in the last episode, she met the Parasite 5 face to face, still doesn't know that one of them is her boss, and and is going to have a hard time finding these people women to marry because they all have problems. I guess we're going down into the chapter, if you will, called The Stormy Seas Ahead. That is the next section of the game. A few days later, all right, that's enough preparation. I loaded up all the necessary data onto my laptop, checking the time I stood up from my desk. Today I'll be having a special meeting with the Parasite 5 with the boss too. Is he going to pretend to not be it? So far I've introduced loads of women to them, but but what?
ごめん。ちょっとピンとこないな。
So this guy is rejecting everyone that is introduced to him because he is actually in love with Lynette, his advisor, who is trying to matchmake him, and he's been in love with her for 2 years, and yeah, he won't go for anyone but her, it seems, but whatever. Let's see, who's next?
では、私が代理でお会いして。え？本人がいいんですか？すみません。それは難しいようです。
This is the representative standing in place for the boss who doesn't want to be known as the member is what they call them.
ああ、彼女とは前に神話討論会で会ったことがあるよ。でも俺の考察と解釈を話したらすごい怒らせちゃってビンタされたんだよね。趣味が合わないみたい。
This guy is just signed up because his agent signed him up to learn about romance to make his movies better.
403D4D
I wonder what color that is. This guy gives people colors if they're ugly or beautiful. That's all he said.
他人に恋してたら会ってもいいよ。
And this guy is I guess an incubus that only feeds on women that are already in a relationship. Hold on, I need to go up and figure out what color this is, so give me 1 second. That's really funny. If I could like screenshot this and put this in my video, I will, but this is such an ugly color. It's basically black. The closest to black you can get as a blue hue, in my opinion. So this is the image that he gave her, which is hilarious, but whatever. As you can see, these are some prime examples of my inability to get any of them dates with a single woman. Her profile says she likes mythology, so I thought she'd be a good match for Rao. I had no idea they'd met already. Then again, even if they both share a love of mythology, everyone still has their own quirks. After all, our company did develop the Cupid system to help people find a compatible partner. I guess you don't always get what you want. But all of our other members are doing just fine. I hope they'd at least meet up. I begged them to at least meet with some of the other members, but all I got were excuses. Cupid corpse system can't function like this. Still, I can't just let things go on like this. It's up to me to help them understand what they need to fix and teach them how to interact with women, so I've decided to hold a workshop. The instructor's name is Miss Tyner. She's known for her romantic guides, and sometimes we bring her to speak here at Cupid Corp. I set aside an hour for the Parasite 5 today. Hopefully this will help them get the point. I talked with Mr. Snail and Raoul's agent, and we decided that although he has no interest in getting married, he could still join the workshop. However, I have to get approval from his agent before he can even go on a date with someone. Still, if he can make the most of it and find true love, maybe he'll start hearing wedding bells. Then he can drop the act and find true happiness. As the real deal Cupid, I want to spread love to as many people as I can. I'll help them find a truly wonderful love, and then they can all get hitched. Alright everyone, it's time for today's workshop. Once I got the workshop suite, I looked around at everyone. Alan's phone wouldn't stop ringing. Excuse me, Alan, but your phone is ringing.
ああ、ごめん。無視してくれていいよ。
Ryuki had brought in a humidifier and was setting it up.
空調ほんと最悪。
And of course, Monsieur Essay was absent. Instead, Owen was there in his as his representative. That's because he's the president. Rao wouldn't stop talking Gil's ear off about his precious myths.
それで俺が思うにエジプト神話で描かれているこのエピソードと日本神話との相違点は実はむしろ共通点で。
ああ、うん、なるほど、なるほど。
Gil was brushing off Rao's insides in favor of staring at me with shining eyes.
特別セミナーを開いてくれるなんてすごいね。君も丁寧に何度も面談してくれるし、こんな面倒見いいの初めてで驚いたよ。
Is he casually trying to expose his feelings for her through flattery? Well, you got yourself blacklisted by every other advisor because you kept refusing meetings. Gil was pretty much abandoned at that point. I suppose this is all brand new to him. Advisors are always supposed to assist members when there's trouble. I like to suggest compatible members and even call inactive members in for interviews, but this gathering was compulsory. Because really, these guys won't make any progress otherwise. Gil seems to be motivated, thank goodness. If he's at least willing to cooperate, then I think I'll survive this. He's only cooperating because you're the one hosting the workshop. The mood in the room wasn't the best for the workshop, but the instructor was already waiting. I had to get things started. Miss Tyner, you can come in now.
はーい、恋愛レッスンはテイナーにお任せ。皆さん、
I know
今
who
日
that
講
is.
師を務めさせていただくテイナーです。よろしくね。
This is Lady Minerva. I know it is.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
よろしく。
よろしくお願いいたします。
990000。
Okay, what? Okay, which one is that? I need a new tab for this. Hold on. Oh, okay, she's actually looking it up. I grabbed my phone and looked up exactly what kind of color that might be. It's a shade of crimson. Crimson? No, it's not. It's green. Dark, but still a pretty color. Okay. I guess I can get out Photoshop and actually see what it is. I'm being dedicated here. Okay, they're right. That actually is a shade of crimson. Okay, so that one was right. I don't know why Google didn't like the other color, but whatever. If this is his impression of Miss Tyner, I thought maybe he'll pay attention. Then I remembered that the whole point of this workshop, I can't let him judge a book by its cover. He needs to learn to look deeper. You know, I don't remember Miss Tyner looking like this. She seems different than usual. But now's not the time for that. She sounds like Minerva though, unless they have the same voice actor. Okay everyone, Miss Tyner's considered a true love professional, so she's going to give you a few tips and tricks when it comes to romance. Today we're going to talk about how to approach women as well as some things to watch out for. Also, we'll go over some practical advice. Got it?
ははい
He's like, I really don't want to. No comment.
あの人なんだかネプチューンと似てる気がする。
Neptune, you mean like one of the 12 Olympians? But he's a guy, right?
通説ではね。でも俺は知ってるんだ。特別に教えてあげるよ。実は俺ネプチューンを見たことがあってさ。
はいはい、そこおしゃべりしない。女性が目の前にいるのに無視していたら実る恋も実らないわ。さあ講義を始めるわよ。つまり女心というものは複雑で移り気で。
I listened to Miss Tyner's lecture as I overlooked the rest. I'm pretty impressed that Owen is even taking notes, though I'm sure it's just for Monster Essay. How about everyone else? Hey, stop beautifying during the lecture. I heard someone opening a package, and when I looked over, I saw Ryuki putting on a face pack.
うわびっくりした。それ薄暗い中で見ると怖いよ。
話は聞いてるから続けて。
オッケー。美容は大切だものね。であるからに女性には気分というものがあり、前に話したことが今も適用されるとは限らず。
おっと失礼。
なので相手に期待をするのはやめ、また尽くすつもりで話を聞き、否定はせずに自分の話ばかりするのは極力避け。
はい、君か。今日 OK よ。じゃあ後で。ごめんね。ちょっと仕事の電話で。
Was it really work though? That was so obviously a girl. I know, right?
また女性をエスコートするときはなるべくゆっくりとうなずく、さりげなく足元を気遣うなど、その上で。
へえ、ロサンヨーク TV で神話番組が復活するんだ。あれ結構とんでも理論で好きなんだよね。
例えばパーティーで女性と話すときはまず相手の趣味や好きなことをそれとなく聞き出すこと。かといって待ちの姿勢はダメよ。なるべく。
あ、リネット、そういえば君に言ってなかったよね。実は俺今は6番街に住んでて。
It's funny. He's like, you should come by and see me. It's funny.
というわけで8割相槌を打ち、2割ぐらい自分の話をすること。でも相手の子が会話に乗ってこなければ、その場合は。
ごめん、また。
今日の落書きうまくいった。
それ誰？
One of his gods, obviously.
もちろん月の女神ダイアナさ。
あ、加湿器の水がなくなった。ほんと乾燥してるよねここ。
What are you, a mermaid? Everyone, come on, please pay attention. Miss Tyner is speaking.
聞いてる聞いてる。
You're clearly not. I can see you messing around on your phone. Miss Tyner is here today specifically to help you. Stop being so rude. If you ever want a chance at dating and getting married, you need to listen.
はいはいはいはい、大丈夫よ。トップブライダルアドバイザーさん。男の子はいつだってフリーダムなものだもの。 でもそうね、こんなにも異性の話して食いつかない子たちは初めてよ。あなたたち、落としたい女の子はいないの？
Yeah, I think it may not be Minerva, but that's definitely her voice actor.
え俺は
She's sitting right over there.
いない。
Nope.
いないかな。
俺も特には。
私は代理ですので。
I'm just here for someone else. Even if you don't have anyone in mind right now, listen to the lecture in case you ever meet someone. At the party later, for example.
パーティー
Oh, there's a party. I already texted everyone, but yes, party. There is a matchmaking party after this, and it is mandatory.
そうなの？
Yes. I sent you multiple messages. I even got your agent's permission.
へえ、そうなんだ。
Why does he act like this doesn't concern him? Anyway, before I let you meet our female members later, I need you to make sure you actually know how to talk to them.
わざわざ教えてもらわなくても、女の落とし方なら俺が教えてやるよ。
We're talking about more than just a one-night stand, come on. What? No, that's not what I'm talking about. You just need to learn how to hold a conversation. I want to trust you at the party later.
いいから。俺に任せて。
Alan is known as the thieving parasite, so I was suspicious as soon as I saw him start to walk toward me. Oh no. Suddenly, his face was only inches away from mine. I got the sense he was about to start lecturing the class himself.
まずはさ、女の子と男は距離感が大切なんだよ。
This is funny. She's talking about, talking to them, get to know them. He's like, oh, I know how to talk to women. Like, in a seducing sort of way. He said that with a gentle whisper and brushed the fingertips across a few strands of my hair. Is he putting techniques into practice? And he was trying it on me of all people. I tried to speak up, but he stopped me before I could protest.
先生、彼らに教えてあげたいんでしょ？協力して。
When you say go with you, do you mean...
いいわいいわ、続けて。とっても勉強になりそう。
She's like, okay.
ああ、この稽古お手本見せてくれるんだ。助かる。
Heiner, help me here. Ralph really thinks this is part of the workshop. Before I could say anything, he placed his hand under my chin and raised my face up. We were close, as intimate as two lovers about to kiss. Alan looked deep into my eyes.
ステップ1。まず目と目を合わせる。こういう時は自信をたっぷりに。
Alan's smile revealed his perfectly white teeth. He traced his thumb across my lower lip. Oh my.
綺麗だよリネット。君の濡れたその眼差しに溺れそうだ。
But he's not really interested in her because she's single. Okay.
ステップ2。甘い言葉をささやいたら次はどこまで触れていいのかのチェック。手か腰かそれともそれ以上かね。手が OK なら次は肩、その次は腰だ。
In exactly that order, Alan touched my hand, my shoulder, then my hips. His hand slid smoothly across my body. What the heck is happening right now? Is this how he thinks you get with a girl?
ステップ3。触っても平気そうな女の子ならこうしてあげるんだ。
I don't think she's gonna let you get to step 3, buddy. Alan laughed softly, then gently kissed my ear. His warm breath tickled, giving me goosebumps. Maybe she does let you.
内緒話をするふりして耳にキスしてあげて。そして次は。
Oh my goodness. Are you finally going to intervene? Without warning, his hand brushed against my thigh. It was cold to the touch and I nearly cried out.
いい反応。こういう感じだったら、あとはもうキスをすればいいんだ。
Alan began to close his eyes. His hand slid from my ear to my neck, and his face inched closer to mine. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Just as I was about to push away Alan, it was Gil who brought the action to a halt. He rushed in between me and Alan, then kept going and crashed into the desk. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's what you get.
すごいよギル。まるで全知全能の神ゼウスみたいだったよ。ああ、英語名だとジュピターね。
ち
Gil, are you okay?
君のキス守れてよかったよ。ガク。
That's funny. Oh my goodness. Gil, are you alright? Alan, you took that way too far.
俺はただ女の子の口説き方を実践してみただけだよ。
He does this to women who already have boyfriends. All you demonstrated was how to get after a one-night stand.
そこから始まる恋もあるでしょ。ねえ、みんなどうだった？
Alan turned to the others with a big grin on his face, however. They don't care. Did he just spray her again? Oh my goodness. Or he didn't spray her, he sprayed himself. Owen was focused entirely on typing something into his laptop. Ryuki was neck deep into some kind of skincare routine.
ラウルはどうだった？
そうだな。ギルのあのフォームでの走りは古代ギリシャでは認められなかったかもね。そもそも短距離走とは昔は神に捧げられるもので。
いや、そこじゃなくて、俺の実演はどうだったかなって。
実演？ごめん、途中から意識飛んでて。なんだっけ？ヴィーナスの美しさについてだっけ？
彼が走るところしか見えてなかったみたいね。
Huh? I really do wonder if any of them actually want to get married. Even ignoring Raul's special circumstances, I don't think any of them are serious about any of this. Maybe it's better that they didn't pay attention to Alan's demonstration. Well then, do you remember Miss Tyner's lesson on how to talk to girls when you first meet, Ryuki? I especially pointed out the two that were least likely to have been listening. They turned to each other and tilted their heads in confusion.
一緒にパンクラチオンをするとか？
肌の手入れとか？
I could tell you weren't listening at all.
俺は聞いてたよ。確か8対2で喋って相手の話を聞いてあげるだよね。
Oh. Good job, Gil. It's because he wants to put it into practice with her.
まあね、俺もずっと気になってたから。
Gil might be okay, but I don't feel great about the others. I'm getting kind of nervous about that matchmaking party. Checking the time, I realized that the party was fast approaching.
あら、もしかしてもう時間かしら。
Yes, I'm afraid so. I'm so sorry about this, especially after asking you to come all this way.
あら、気にしないで。初回なんてこんなもんよ。むしろ出ていかなかったことを評価してあげなきゃ。
I guess that's true. Knowing them, that's definitely something they could have tried. So since they're here, maybe they do have some desire to get married. Still, it's hard to say if they were actually paying any attention.
彼らを見る限り、やっぱり実践の方が向いていそうね。
I looked around the room and gave one final nod. Miss Tyner turned on the lights and the curtains opened automatically.
ということで、今日は全員への宿題。恋している相手だと思って 練習がてら彼女にメールを送ること。
Well, Gil is going to ace this one. Me?
相手がいなくっちゃメールは上達しないわ。
She's got a point.
でもみんな本気で口説くつもりで書きなさい。アドバイザーさんだからと油断しちゃダメよ。メールは場数を踏まないと進歩しないから。
That's true. Whether it's love, academics, or sports, practicing over and over again is important to improving.
勉強だから好きなキャラクターを思い浮かべながら書くのでもいいわ。ただ名前部分だけちゃんと彼女に変えてね。じゃあねボーイズ、頑張って恋できるといいわね。
Thank you, Miss Tyner. Miss Tyner gave a wave and she left the workshop suite. Phew. After she was gone, I let out a heavy sigh, but there was no time for rest. The matchmaking party was happening immediately afterward. I'm still worried about the whole thing, but being scared won't accomplish anything. I'm sure once they meet the girls, they'll find some motivation. Okay, time to put everything into motion. Everyone, let's go. We need to put everything we learned to work. Let's head to the party room on the first floor. Time for some matchmaking. I'm looking forward to this, actually.
わあ、人がいっぱいいるね。
When we arrived, I saw that there were already tons of attendees waiting for us. This matchmaking party is an event hosted by the Cupid Corporation in order to bring men and women together. All of you need to try and approach our female members during the party, got it?
Hi.
I didn't see if Ryuki responded. He probably didn't. Do they really though? Ryuki was already looking at nothing. Alan was gazing at everyone like they were pieces of meat. Monsieur S.A. wasn't even there. Owen, I assume Monsieur S.A. will be joining us.
ええ、今日も代理で出席するよう承っております。
Great, another proxy meeting. I guess that's what he's used to in his culture, but still. We're in Lost York, the city of fashionable people having fashionable fun, and those same people come to Cupid Corp to live out a fairy tale romance. And you can't get that experience through a proxy. But Monsieur S.A. seems to want to get married. I suppose I'll respect his wishes. Alright, take a seat everyone. The ladies will come up to you in turn, so be sure to spend some time with each of them. See, I couldn't meet someone doing this. This would feel way too awkward. Especially if the lady is going up to them. Like, I don't go up and randomly talk to people.
へえ、女の子の方から来てくれるの？
What's with that face? Over there, you can have a quick casual chat like a buffet. Over here is for members that might be a little more reserved. Okay. None of these guys can handle an all-you-can-eat meet and greet buffet though. I'd sooner strap them down to a chair so I can keep an eye on them. Otherwise, I can't stop things from going south. Alan will do terrible things to women just trying to get married, and Rao will just get swamped. I wanted to sit each of them down and make them interact with whichever women came up to them. That was the plan anyway. I'll be keeping my eye on you, so go out there and try your hand at as many women as possible. That sounds so weird. But whatever.
あ、どうもギル・ラブクラフトです。
はーい、気分はどう？
ああ、まあぼちぼち。
ふん、結構おとなしい感じなんだ。どういう結婚生活がいいとかある？
結婚生活？俺はやっぱり恋人を最優先にしたいな。彼女仕事より恋愛だって言ってたし。
She's not your partner yet.
彼女？誰の話？
結局振られちゃったけど、 っていうか多分彼女は俺の気持ちに一度も気づいていなかったんだと思うんだけれど。
その人と結婚したら？
いいね。彼女が相手なら俺どこまでも尽くせるよ。買い物は必ず付き合うし、荷物だって全部持つし、家事は全部俺がやる。彼女いつも言ってくれたんだ。愛を作る名前だなんて素敵じゃないって。俺確かに愛を作るのは得意だと思うんだ。
I don't even want to know.
彼女と一緒に暮らしていた時は毎日尽くしてたし、俺のご飯食べて喜んでもらえたら嬉しかったし、彼女の苦手なものは俺も苦手になった。
Wow, that's dedication.
全部を共有できるってやっぱり素晴らしいよね。それでますます好きになってさ、俺が支えなきゃって思ってて。でも
Okay, that's enough, Gil. Go on back to the workshop suite stats.
でも話は途中で。
Oh, yes, you are. She's already ran off.
ああ、
Oh my goodness.
こんばんは。素敵なネクタイね。ってその首からぶら下げてる札何？
ああ、わかりやすく代理であることをお伝えしようと。
代理？
私はとある人の代理でこちらへ参りました。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
はあ。でも代理人を雇えるなんてご本人は結構な財産家だったりするのかしら。偉い人か何か？
ただいま確認いたします。
I won't relay your question.
はあ？私はあなたに聞いて。
お忙しいところ失礼いたします。今例のマッチングパーティーでして、財産家偉い人かと聞かれましたが。
Oh my goodness.
はい、はい、そのようにお答えしても。はい、かしこまりました。我が雇い主からのお言葉をお伝えします。それなりの地位にいるが、それを守るために多大な犠牲を払ってもらう必要がある。まず家に帰れないし、夫婦の営みも難しい。会話は基本代理を通して行う。日常的に会うことはないだろう。以上だ。とのことだそうです。
Any conversations will be conducted through my representative.
それ結婚する意味ある？
Okay, time's up. Thank you for that. Please try to enjoy the rest of the matchmaking party.
お待ちください。今の言葉をクライアントに報告しておきます。
Oh my goodness. Sure, fine. Go right ahead. Once you're finished, we need to talk. So just head on back to the workshop suite upstairs. I know. Get him into action.
あら、かわいい男の子ね。こんな若い子がパーティーに来るなんて思わなかった。あなた、いくつ？
He's 19.
聞こえてる？
2B2933
I love how he answers the questions with a number. Hold on. Let's see what number this is. I'll do it in Photoshop. Even darker shade of black than the last one. Oh my goodness. That's funny. So he really doesn't like her.
ちょっといきなり何よあんた。
He sprayed her. Oh my goodness. He doesn't talk to her. You're not on the same level. Pardon me, miss. If you'll just follow me this way, don't worry. That miss is just a beauty enhancer. Ryuki, workshop suite now.
はーい。ってもしかしてあなた俳優のラウル・アコニット？どうしてここにいるの？
ちょっと事情があってね。
嘘。ラウルがいるならもっ おしゃれしてくればよかった。ねえ、どんな女の子が好み？
そうだな。やっぱり牛みたいな子かな。
Looks like an ox.
牛？
牛はネプチューンの聖獣なんだ。神に仕えるのにぴったりだろ。それにゼウスも乙女を牛に変えたことがある。
人間に例えるとどんな子？
そうだな。ダナエやエウローペやイーオーやレーダーみたいな子かな。彼女たちはみんなゼウスに愛されていた人間だよ。神に愛される娘というのはどこの国の神話でもバージンだとされている。だから乙女は多分特別な力を持っていたと解説する学者も多いのだけれど。
I just noticed the black bars while doing this, but it's in the game. Like I don't understand why they couldn't do the ratio right in the game where there's no black bars, but there's really nothing I can do about it. Also, I don't really want to change my settings because yeah, it's not gonna work.
でも俺は別にバージンにこだわるつもりはないよ。俺は神じゃないし、そこに神聖さを感じないからね。
Okay.
にしても神々って本当に愛の営みが好きだよね。ギリシャ神話だけじゃなくて日本神話などの他の神話でもよくやってるし。
Oh my goodness.
ギリシャ神話に何回その描写あるか知ってる？俺前に一度数えてみたんだけど、それがまた面白いぐらいの数で。
Wow. Okay, great. That's enough out of you. Thank you so very much. Rao, workshop suite now.
これからがいいところだったのに。
What's the good part? Can't you see you're freaking her out? You could have ruined your reputation, and your agent would definitely rip me apart. Oh my goodness.
はーい、こんばんは。
I just want to ask if you're single.
どうも、アラン・メルヴィルです。気軽にアランって呼んだ、アワハリ。こんな可愛い子に声かけられて光栄だよ。
やっぱり予想通りね。あなたここにいるけど結婚する気ないでしょ。
もしかして君も？
結婚願望はあるわ。でもここにいる人と親交を深めるつもりはないの。
Oh, really?
一人じゃ嫌だっていう友達に無理やり連れてこられただけだし。私彼氏いるもの。
Well, that's perfect.
へえ、彼氏がいるんだ。その人のこと好きなの？
そうなの。だから乗り気じゃない人探して時間つぶしに話そうかなって思ったわけ。本気で結婚相手探しに来てる人に悪いじゃない？
確かにそうだ。じゃあ時間つぶしにちょっと俺の家に来ない？
は？何言ってんの？私彼氏がいるって言ったじゃない。
だからだよ。俺はさ、他の人に恋してる女の子と会いたくてここに来てるんだ。いつも同じ食べ物ばかりじゃ飽きるでしょ？たまにはスイーツもつまみ食いしなきゃ。
Oh my goodness.
悪いけれど私彼氏のこと愛しているの。
ますますそそられるよ。ね、よければ俺の枕試してみない？いい夢見させてあげるよ。
Come try out my pillow. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's it. Time's up. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you can join us today. Help yourself to drinks and snacks in the break room. Alan, come with me. We need to talk. Oh my goodness. uh, please excuse us. I apologize profusely to the 5 girls who were subjected to the Parasite 5. They all looked around at each other.
最悪な男だったわ。人の前で昔の女の話なんて。やっぱりこういうところにろくな男はいないわね。
代理って何考えてるのかしら。しかも結婚生活する気なしって。話すだけ時間の無駄だったわ。 あいつに伝えておいて。絶対にあんたよりも先に私の方が結婚してやるって。
男も駐車場もいいところはとっくに取られてるって。ほんとその通り。顔が良くてもあれじゃあね。
何でもいいわ。もう帰りましょう。あの男ムカつくわ。何よあの態度。しかも「アワーハニー」って失礼だわ。
I'm very sorry, everyone. I bowed my head in apology as I said my farewells. Then I headed straight to the 7th floor workshop suite where those five were waiting. I was getting ready to lay into them. Oh no. I closed the curtains so we could have some privacy. Does everyone know why I told you all to come up here? After closing the curtain, I turned around to face them, my arms crossed in front of me. They were behaving for now.
8対2を守れなかったから。
And that was your problem, not everyone else's. No, Gil, you kept bringing up your ex. I don't know who this ex is, but no woman wants to hear about that, especially in public.
誰だかわからないって。やっぱり気づかれてない。
That sounds really creepy. And Owen, if you're going to become someone's stand-in, at least do it properly. You could have worded things a lot better.
ですが、彼はそのまま家と。
We need to be on the same wavelength if you want your member to hurry up and get hitched, Owen. And Raoul, stop jumping straight into that mythology nonsense. You can't dump that on someone you've just met.
彼女が俺の好みを聞いたからだよ。それに神話トークってほどじゃないさ。あれぐらい普通じゃない？
It's very weird. And Ryuki, don't spray your mist at someone before you even ask her her name.
まともに話せる人間にしてやろうと努力しただけだよ。
You can't judge a book by its cover. Love means loving what's inside the most. Aren't you even the least bit curious about what's inside someone?
人間並みになって出直してくるならね。
Oh my gosh. Bad answer, bad attitude. And Alan, you simply cannot jump into bed with a woman who's already taken.
俺はただ枕を試してみないって言っただけだよ。
Which is code for what she just said. Oh my goodness. It's the same thing. I know I keep asking this, but do any of you really want to get married?
それはもちろん。
Oh.
無論です。むしろ彼はとても焦っています。
Well then he needs to make a faith appearance.
まあ、人並みに。
Oh, he actually admitted it.
する気がなきゃここにはいないよ。
That's not why you're here.
俺は早く恋を知りたいな。
Then you should start taking this seriously. Love is about getting close to someone. It's about compromise and forgiveness. It's give and take. Emphasis on the give. Anyway, you have your homework. Send me a text like you're in love. If you can't understand what love is, then use your imagination. Got it?
はーい。
Do they really get it though? They came to Cupid Corp because they want to get married. It feels more like an obligation than actual desire. Yeah. Everyone said that they're all lost causes, but I refuse to give up on them. You can rise to the challenge, Lynette. After all, we're just getting started. Let's see this through to the end. Helping them find love at long last would finally prove that humans have the power to connect within them. Well, that concludes today's workshop. I'll contact you for the next meeting, but before then, do your homework and no excuses. Sounds like we're going into the next section. Maybe not. Now she's at home. Ooh. We're not at work anymore. I'm beat. She's gonna get her text messages, isn't she? After heading home, I didn't bother with changing out of my clothes. Instead, I just flopped into bed. Even though the hours were the same, I felt like I just pulled a double shift. Seems like Clarice is out. Speak of the devil, a message popped up on my phone that said probably won't be home tonight. It looked like it would be just me for the night. My shoulders are so stiff. Chi, are you here?
Chi?
Oh, there you are. Here we go. What are you doing? I took Chi's tiny body in my hands and shoved his head against my shoulder, okay? A small electrical current crackled between his horns. Oh yeah, that's the spot. I pushed my makeshift chi massager against the knots in my shoulders until he started to fidget. Guess he doesn't like being upside down. No, I don't think so. Sorry about that. Oh, she said sorry. My bad. As soon as I let him go, he immediately flew off, but he returned just as quickly to lay next to me. He stretched out a bit and I gently stroked his back as he sleepily closed his eyes. I glanced around the room. Clarice and I shared a room back in college, and Gil was actually staying in the next room over. After graduation, I lost contact with him. I was always kind of worried about him. I never imagined I would reunite with him like this. Back in college, Gil really looked out for me. He helped me get a part-time job and even took care of the chores. After he left, Clarice and I could barely keep the place clean. Love, Lauren, Parasite. Gil is so kind. He always puts everyone ahead of himself. Once he bounces back, I'm sure he'll make some nice sweet girl very happy. I'll give it my all as his advisor. A text? Oh, this is from Gil. Alright. Miss S, I'm so grateful for everything you did for me today. Talking to you was extremely helpful. I hope I'll continue to receive the benefit of your advice. Ghost written by Owen? Wait, what? I thought it was Gil. Oh, here's Rouse. Okay. There are so many sets of 12 gods and 12 signs of the zodiac. There are also 12 signs of love. Like when a person says, I can't live without you, director's note, with tears in their eyes. And the other one says, I understand this isn't goodbye, you know. I'll always be there to support you on your journey. Director's note with a smile on their face. Even Buddhism says, what? Oh, sorry. I said that before I was finished, but it was a pretty good message, right? So no worries. Oh my gosh, this character. He sent her a website. He sent her a website linked to some beauty product. Peel off mask. What the heck? She wanna click on it? No. Oh, here's Alan. Oh my goodness. I love you so much, our darling. Lips as smooth as ripe peach. Skin as soft as freshly whipped cream. Just thinking about what you must taste like is making me... Anyway, I prepared the most divine bedding just for you. Come by my place and I promise you'll have the most aesthetic dreams. Oh my gosh. What did Gilza say? Okay, I gotta go back and reread it, I guess, because it was huge. He wrote a whole list of things. Okay, I have to go back and reread Gil's because, it's a whole paragraph. It's a whole book. And I thought it was going to come up bigger so I can read it, but it doesn't. So I'll have to get really close to the screen and read it. Let's see. Some of it's cut off too. It says, thank you so much for today. I'm really glad we got to have a nice long chat together again. The more we talk, and I can't see the rest of it, you know, I've been dreaming about this moment. Not only we were able to reconnect, but at the workshop, I'm just so lucky to be alive. By the way, why don't we grab lunch sometime? I heard you like sweets, right? Actually, I bookmarked a few pastries and cafes I thought you might like. Next time we get a chance, and we can go there together if you want. We could even get it to go and take it easy back at home too. Speaking of which, I've been researching the best way to brew tea and coffee. I think I've gotten a lot better. I hope you'll give me a chance to show you what I've learned. So, is this how this is supposed to work? Or would it be better if I just confess my love right off the bat? You said that this was for practice, right? Confessing your love is supposed to be a special moment, right? So I wanted to make sure I was prepared, but I guess it just sounds like I'm saying thank you, huh? Still, if this helps me learn how to ask someone on a date, I guess it's good practice. That's my hope anyway. That was adorable. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then we're just going to go down to the end. Okay. I glanced at Chi lying next to me. Maybe the time had come to use my Cupid's bow. No, I can't give in. I have to get them married without that. I had to prove to Dad that the gods don't always have to step in. Still, looking at that text message, I started to get a stomachache. I think I'll just hold off my reply until tomorrow. Silently, I put my phone down, closed my eyes, and drifted off into dreamland. I can't believe Alan invites you to his pillow. Yay, next section. Let's see. No pain, no gain. It's almost an hour in, and I'm going to keep going. This is very colorful. Yawn, good morning.
Hi. 朝ごはんできてるわよ。
Walked into the living room to find my roommate Clarice there. I guess she really did stay out all night. The welcoming fragrance of fresh coffee and hot toast wafted through the air. Oh, you're home. I wasn't sure if you'd be back yet.
昨日のお相手は外れだったから、さっさと帰ってきちゃった。
Early? Clarice casually shrugged her shoulders, then quickly set the salad and toast on the table.
さあ、早く食べましょう。
It's 7 o'clock. Here's today's funny news topics.
As usual, Clarice and I watched the morning news on TV while we dug into our breakfast. The meal included cafe au latte, toast, salad, and a refreshing smoothie for each of us. As I was eating, I casually glanced at Clarice.
Today's funny news は相変わらずどれも平和なニュースね。さすがローカル番組。
Clarice should be pretty exhausted right now, but she looks like she just woke up, just as upbeat and beautiful as always. I'm almost certain that the girl Gil was in love with was Clarice. If so, Gil's going to have a lot of trouble going forward. Clarice never falls for guys. In fact, she was known as the Stone Wall. Clarice must be why Gil became the lovelorn parasite. I've got to give him my full support and help him find love, or at the very least help him mend his broken heart.
Up next, the latest news on the marriage hunting market. Here's a video.
あ、見て CC が映ってる。
Huh? Hearing Clarice mention that, I looked up at the TV. She was right. It was the shot of the Cupid Court building. Are they going to talk about the Parasite 5?
はい、こちらが今ロサンヨークで一番人気の結婚相談所キューピットコーポレーションです。創業から15年経った今、会員も17万人を超え、こちらで成婚した夫婦をロサンヨークシティでよく見かけるようになりました。ですが最近は成婚率が下がっているという噂も。さらに先日ロサンヨーク内には別の結婚相談所が新規に立ち上がりました。今後ロサンヨーク婚活市場はどうなるのでしょうか。早速会員の方にお話を聞いてみましょう。すみません、ちょっといいですか。
何？
Maybe not. That's female.
私、Today's Funny News のリポーターです。つまり CC についてどう思っているかをお聞かせください。
そうね。まあサービスは悪くないけど変な会員が結構いるのが問題よね。
変な会員というと？
聞いてくれる？この間なんてずっと目をつむってる男紹介されちゃってさ。お高いお金払ってるんだからちゃんとした人を案内しろって思わない？
確かにその通りですね。ちなみにロサンヨークに新しい結婚相談所ができたことはご存知ですか？
ああ、なんだっけ、変わった名前の。そうそう、あれ気になってて体験無料らしいし、ちょっとそっちに行ってみようかと思ってるのよ。
なるほど、お話ありがとうございました。このように現在 CC では会員の増加に伴いサービスが悪化しているとの話題が。
Sounds like you guys need to step it up.
ネガキャンされたわね。
Wait, what's this about a new marriage agency? I didn't know about that.
名前なんだったかな。確かわざわざうちの近くの7番街に作ってた気が。
Oh geez, look at the time. I'm gonna be late.
ん？そっか、今日早番だっけ。
Yep, sorry, Claris, gotta go. Mind cleaning up for me?
いってらっしゃい。
The next topic is about the young president of Cupid Corporation, Mr. Shelby Snail.
Oh, really?
He is famous for being a great husband, but a little bird told me that he is unmarried.
へえ、そんな噂あるんだ。でも確かに既婚者には見えないのよね。
Is he going to be outed? What is this place?
今のニュース見たか、我が部下よ。
Servant?
ええ。これでキューピッドコーポレーションの印象操作はバッチリです。
Uh-oh.
この調子で会員を我が社に奪い、勝ってみせる。打倒キューピッドコーポレーション。
This must be their rival corporation.
おお。
Phew, I made it. I got to my desk and let out a deep sigh. I got here at 8:30 on the dot, just in time. Claris's hours in system development are different than mine. We almost never get to eat breakfast together. The advisors work in shifts to accommodate the schedules of lost Yorkers. Since everyone is so busy, we tend to work from 9 a.m. to 11 at night. But ever since I got stuck on the Parasite 5 duty, I've been gaining better hours for my shifts. While it's not that tiring for me, I appreciate the consideration. To begin the day, I reopened the message from yesterday. His long book. Never mind, I'm too tired. Going through all the mistakes in this message is going to take forever. Still, I fought the desire to just run away and stood strong. I got down to business and started proofreading. Alright, and sit. A few hours later, I somehow managed to reply to all the messages. I couldn't do it on my phone, though I had to switch to my computer. All of the messages had loads of issues, so it took longer than usual to reply, but everything turned out okay, all things considered. Thankfully, the theories of love I learned in college and from media helped me make the text a bit more women-friendly. Since everyone's free tomorrow, I penciled in meetings with all of them. I hope it'll be okay. To be honest, conversations and lectures aren't going to change their minds. Well, if they do find a woman that sparks their interest, I can at least give them some advice to keep the sparks flying. Still, no matter how many members I show them they're not interested, they won't even tell me what they're looking for. Hence why I can't introduce anyone to them. I have to look out for the female members of Cupid Corp too. If I mess up, it'll just give the news one more bad sound bite. Then our members might really leave for the other agency. But we've never dealt with members like this in the past. It's a tough situation to resolve. If someone lacked confidence, I could suggest that they focus on their strengths and build some self-esteem. And for someone who's a bit prideful, guiding them towards better behavior in regards to marriage is key. But this is a different situation entirely. None of them want to get married. Honestly, I don't even know why they're members. I pondered putting them through some marriage bootcamp training. While I was considering that, my work phone rang. Hello, Miss Mir speaking.
ちょうどよかった。今新規会員の受付中なんだけれど、他のアドバイザーの手が空いてなくて。パラサイト5担当になって忙しいところ悪いけれど、ちょっと一人だけ受けてもらえる？
Oh. Sure, that should be fine.
ありがとう。助かるわ。面談室に案内するわね。
I hung up the phone and prepared the necessary documents before getting up. It's been a while since I've handled someone who's not a part of the Parasite 5. Even my fellow advisors are worried about me. The Parasite 5 are legendary around here. Even people from other departments have started sharing their concerns. I've become something of a legend myself, I guess. I couldn't help but wonder what this new member might be like. While walking down the hall, I tried to imagine. I wonder who it is. As I entered the meeting room, I saw a woman staring nervously at the floor. Hello, it's nice to meet you. My name is Lynette. I'm a bridal advisor here. I flashed her a smile and then held up my business card. She accepted it with the trembling hands, then looked down again.
はじめまして。メラニー・タッチェルです。
Well, Melanie, thank you so much for coming in today. Before moving on, I gave her a chance to look up at me. Instead, she just glanced around the rest of the room. She must be really nervous. This is probably your first time using a marriage agency. Well, it's the bridal advisor's job to help their members relax. You know, our company offers a wide variety of services. Would you mind if I provided some explanation and a bit of guidance?
はい、お願いします。
She gave a small nod, so with the pamphlet in hand, I began describing the different services we had to offer. Melanie hung on my every word and began nodding along enthusiastically. It's been a while since I've had someone actually listen to what I was saying. I'd almost forgotten how nice it is. I wish the Parasite 5 were this cooperative. Well, I believe that's just about covers everything, so now I'd like to ask about you. Melanie blinked in confusion.
私?
Yes, to begin with, are there any must-haves or absolute deal breakers when it comes to a potential partner?
そんな私が求めるなんて。私なんてそもそも選んでもらえないし。
Why wouldn't they choose her? Please excuse me for asking, but have you done anything like this before? Searching for a husband, I mean.
その大学で募集していたパーティーには5回ぐらい出たことがあって、でも誰とも話せなくて、友達はみんな彼氏作ったり結婚したりしてどんどん置いてかれちゃって、でも私男性が苦手だから全然話せなくて、私なんかに結婚できますか?
Absolutely, you can. That's my job as a bridal advisor, to help you find your perfect husband. I gave her a warm smile, intended to help ease her worries. I could tell we'd need to work out her low self-esteem. She couldn't seem to keep from talking negatively about herself. She's completely incapable of seeing anything good in herself. During college, I learned that you need praise and approval from others if you want to improve your self-esteem. As her advisor, I can give her the praise she needs, but she could just reject that and fall further into a downward spiral. In which case, it would be better to build up her confidence by encouraging some self-improvement first. Let's see, it's better to start her off with a bit of light texting rather than going right to matchmaking parties. Cupid Corp utilizes a number of matchmaking tools. Matchmaking parties, Lost York food tours, and the one-on-one meetings are some of our more successful methods. We also have a number of cafes, restaurants, and bars reserved specifically for our members so they can feel more relaxed. For our more introverted members, we recommend that they start with texting or even writing letters to initiate contact. We like to divide up our members according to what methods we think fit them best. The messaging track is our go-to for shy folks. Messaging lets them avoid the stress of an in-person meeting, so it's great for people like Melanie who struggles with confidence. Okay, Melanie, can I tell you what I've got in mind for you? I started describing my recommended plan in detail and turned to the appropriate page in the pamphlet. Slowly, Melanie began to open up more about herself and what she was looking for in a partner. I couldn't remember the last time a member had talked with me so honestly. It really was quite touching. Well, let me thank you again for trusting our company with this.
こちらこそありがとうございます。
If there's anything else I can help you with, please don't hesitate to get in touch.
はい、 では今日はこれで。
Of course, if you have time, feel free to visit the cafe in our company annex.
カフェ？
Yes, we have a cafe that's for members only. Most people just use it to relax and take a break.
そうなんですね。ちょうどコーヒー飲みたかったし、行ってみようかな。
I think that's a great idea. Would you like me to show you the way? I opened the door to leave with Melanie when I found Owen standing directly in front of the door. Apparently, he was just about to knock on the door. Oh, hello there. Did you need something?
ええ、お話し中でしたか。申し訳ございません。
As soon as she saw him, Melanie quickly ducked behind me.
私は平気です。もう帰るところでしたので。
Actually, I was about to take her to the company cafe.
そうでしたか。では、私が代わりにご案内いたします。
Are they gonna get together? That would be really cute.
ミラーさん、あなたはロビーへ。我が社の広告代理店の担当者が休養だと。
Oh. The ad agency. That's who the president was trying to keep in good representation because that's why he's an anonymous parasite. But word got out that you're not actually married. Our ad agency? I tried to imagine what the problem might be, but couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. But there was also Melanie to consider. I tried to gauge her reaction, and she gave her head a quick shake.
私なら平気です。言ってください。
But
大丈夫です。本当に。
maybe she finds him attractive. Well, if you're sure, then if you'll excuse me. I gave her a final nod before leaving the meeting room. I quickly made my way to the lobby. I got out of the elevator. I saw the nervous-looking man standing there. He was alone in the lobby. That must be the agency manager. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Are you from the advertising agency?
はい、そうですが。あなたがトップブライダルアドバイザーで社長から直接仕事を頼まれたって人ですか？
That's right. I'm Lynette Muir.
よかった。ちょうど良さそうだ。
What the heck? Huh? Do you just fight for what?
とにかく緊急事態です。急いでついてきてください。
Alright. Without explanation, the manager quickly led me away. He gave me a jacket and a pair of glasses, apparently as a disguise, and then... Okay. The Happy Forest Cafe? Oh, I know what's going on. I bet you she's going to pretend to be the president's wife, so the rumors will stop. I bet. We soon arrived at the cafe near the office. It was a regular destination of mine.
いいですか。これから社長の会食があるんですが、いい感じに話を合わせてください。いいですね。
A business lunch with the president? But what am I doing here?
CC のイメージアップ作戦です。今朝のニュース見たでしょ。わかったらこちらへ。
She's gonna find out he's really not married. I did see the news, but what's that got to do with me? Oh yeah, she wasn't there for that one. I didn't have the first clue what this was about, but the manager just kept pushing me along. The president looked quite surprised to see me. Obviously, he didn't know I would be there.
なぜお前が？
サプライズですよ、サプライズ。さあ、会食を始めましょう。
I had no choice but to sit next to Mr. Snail. The ad manager sat diagonally across from me, a look of desperation plastered on his face. So he wants me to help improve our image somehow, but why did I have to wear a disguise?
彼女がキューピッドコーポレーションの誇るトップブライダルアドバイザーです。どうぞご挨拶を。
What? Well, my name is Lynette Mirror, and it's true that I'm the top bridal advisor at Cupid Corp. It's very nice to meet you.
ああ、どうも。ロサンヨーク TV のプロデューサーです。
Oh, really? So you must work on shows like News 1 and 10 and Today's Funny News, right?
おや、ご存知ですか。それは嬉しいね。
I think everyone who lives in Lost York has heard of you. I had no idea what was going on, but I figured I may as well just smile and go with it. I've been thrown into a meeting between my company president and a TV producer without any warning. Okay.
Oh, それはなかなか面白そうですな。
She looks the same. It's not a disguise. Apparently, Mr. Snell had said something to catch the producer's attention. I got the impression that they were trying to put together some kind of TV show to boost Cupid Corp's image. The news report that morning had focused on declining marriage rates, along with some of our more unusual members. I guess that's why the president himself had agreed to meet with the media and was trying so hard to impress the producer. No, it's because there was a rumor about him not being married, I'm pretty sure. I had no idea Mr. Snell got involved in things like this. I always figured the ad agency took care of all that. Of course, I'd always known that he had founded Cupid Corp when he was a student and worked hard to get it where it is today. I'm sure he can do pretty much whatever he puts his mind to. In which case, I should do whatever I can to make this a success too. After all, our members' potential for success is directly tied to the company's reputation. If I can do my part, I should lead directly to more connections between humans.
では、御社のキューピッドシステムを使えば必ずうまくいくと？
え
え。ですが、そんなにうまくいくもんですかね。縁結びを機械でやれたなんて失敗しません？
そこは現場の人間の腕が確かですから。
That's right, there's really nothing to worry about. We integrate even the tiniest details to reflect trends and culture as well. And since we designed the system and maintain it internally, we can always refine it at a moment's notice. Social media trends, new online slang, the smallest thing can be fed into it so that we can find the perfect match for each member.
へえ、SNS のトレンドまでね。じゃあ、そこにいるアドバイザーさんは一体何のためにいるんですか？
The producer looked directly at me and gave me a smile that had a bit of an edge to it. But frankly, I get this question all the time. Some members try to use it as an excuse to get a membership discount. Ultimately, we have no way of knowing exactly what people are thinking, so we need people on site to make minor adjustments.
細かな調整？
Well, for example, some people try to pretend they're someone they're not, and some just flat out lie.
確かにそうだな。
Says the person lying on his profile. In those cases, they have hidden motivations, preferences, and tastes that we can't uncover unless we talk to them personally. We observe how their eyes move during a conversation when they take sips of water, all the tiny moment-to-moment details. People have unconscious habits that the machine just can't pick up on. We're supposed to support and supplement the Cupid system. We calculate the most compatible partner, then take out our personal experience and knowledge to provide additional service. Or advice, sorry.
はあ、そこまで手間をかけてるとは。でも大変じゃないです？
It can be, sure, but our goal is to help as many people as possible come to know the pure joy of married life. Of course, we don't just push them to get married. That just leads to short marriages. More people than ever are getting divorced. Our objective is to provide this sort of matchmaking that can nurture a long and happy post-marriage life.
なるほど。いやはや、おみそれしました。そこまで考えていたとは思いませんでした。さすがプロですね。
I'm just glad you took the time to hear us out.
いやー、このような優秀な人員が現場にいれば社長も安心ですな。
ええ、私も助かっています。彼女のような意欲の高い社員がいれば周囲も感化され、 より良いサービスを皆様にお届けできますから。
Huh? I had no idea the president saw me that way, and I couldn't hide my surprise, which slowly turned into a satisfied smile. I never would have guessed that's how Mr. Snell felt.
結婚生活といえば CC は結婚式場も併設されていますよね。次はそれについて聞きたいんですが。
The president thoughtfully answered each of the producer's questions. Here and there, I added details based on the prevailing opinion of people in the field. The meeting seemed to be going smoothly. We're not going to talk about Snail's not married life. 1 hour later, we had finished eating and the lunch finally came to an end. Well, that was disappointing. Oh my goodness. I was really hoping that they would ask about that.
ではそういうわけで。いやー、いい話が聞けてよかったですよ。
But why does she need a disguise for this? If they're introducing her as the top advisor, she doesn't need to look different. The producer seemed to have relaxed quite a bit. He stuck out his hand and Mr. Snail gave it a firm shake.
こちらこそ大変素晴らしい時間を過ごさせていただきました。
Yes, it was an honor getting to speak with you.
じゃ、また。
The producer gave us one final wave and slipped into the busy city crowd. After a moment, the ad agency manager suddenly reappeared in front of us.
お疲れ様です。話いい感じで盛り上がってましたね。
アンソニー先輩、どこに行っていたんですか？
いやまあ、ちょっとやらなきゃいけないことがありましてね。でも大丈夫ですよ。話はバッチリ聞いてましたから。あなたもありがとね。これ、私の名刺。今後ともよろしく。
He shoved his business card at me. It said Anthony Duff, manager of the world-famous Omnicon Advertising Group.
さて、御社のイメージアップ作戦、頑張りますよ。それでは。
Mr. Duff quickly departed, leaving me alone with Mr. Snail and feeling somewhat confused about everything that had just happened. I wonder why Mr. Snail was so formal with him, and also a campaign to help boost our image. Interesting. So that lunch was to try and sell that producer some kind of TV show, but why did I have to be involved? Normally that would be a discussion for the agency manager and the company president to have by themselves.
リネット。
I looked at the president when he spoke my name. He looked back with a calm, gentle expression.
今日は助かった。急に彼に連れてこられたんだろう。業務中すまなかったな。
Mr. Snail expressed his thanks so earnestly I couldn't help but smile. So for this one, let's see, no pain, no gain. It's all part of the job, right? It was nothing. As far as I'm concerned, it's all part of the job. Please don't give it a second thought.
そうか。そう言ってもらえて安心した。しかし、普段と雰囲気が違うが、その服装はどうしたんだ？
Mr. Duff made me wear it. I guess I'll have to give it back to him later.
着せられた。一体なぜ？
I know, that's what I'm wondering. I have no idea. Maybe he thought I should be dressed more professionally since it was a business lunch and all.
何にせよ迷惑をかけたな。実は彼は私の大学時代の先輩なんだが、強引なところがあってな。今日の会食も今朝のニュースを見ていきなり組まれたことだったんだ。
Oh, that's right. That was a pretty strange report they did on today's funny news.
なあ、先輩は CC の宣伝をよく考えてくれるいい担当者ではあるんだが、目的のためには手段を選ばないところがあってな。まさかお前を巻き込むとは思わなかった。だがおかげで会食はうまくいった。ありがとう。
I was surprised at the gentle smile he flashed at me. I couldn't remember him ever smiling like that before. I know, it looks cute. It made me realize that normally when he smiled, he was pretty much just for PR purposes. Press release, I guess? I don't know. I think this might be the only time I've ever seen him smile outside of things like magazine spreads. He looks so much younger when he smiles, it's easy to forget that he's only 32 years old. Does this not ring a bell yet? Anyway. He always seems so calm and collected, but I'm realizing that maybe he's been struggling on his own this whole time.
ああ、仕事のメールだ。オフィスに戻らなければな。今日は助かった。引き続きパラサイト5を頼むぞ。
He glanced at his watch as he hurried out of the cafe. The president really never gets to take a break, I guess. I should head back too. I need to get ready for the meeting tomorrow. I have a meeting with the Parasite 5 tomorrow. I'm hoping I can find a few possible matches for them before then. I took off the jacket and the glasses and headed back to the office. I stepped through the automatic doors. As I passed reception, a woman I've never met suddenly materialized in front of me. Who are you? Ah.
かわいいブライダルアドバイザーさんじゃない。私、この人にお願いすることにするわ。
A new member, I guess. Huh?
あ、お客様、お待ちください。担当はシステムで決めることになっておりまして。
そんな面倒な手続きですの？私は気に入った人としか話したくないのだけれど。
ですが彼女は今手が空いていないものでして。
She's popular, huh?
可愛い上に人気者のブライダルアドバイザーさんなのね。素敵だわ。
そうなんです。ですのでひとまずこちらで受付を。
名前はキャサリン・スペード。職業は家事手伝いですわ。私モテるので本当は婚活は必要ないのよ。たまたま今はフリーなだけですから。たまたま。
ではこちらのシートにご記入をお願いいたします。ミラーさん、ここは任せて行ってください。
Okay, thanks. Well, if you'll excuse me.
またね。かわいいかわいいキューピッドさん。
Catherine happily waved her handkerchief at me. What an odd woman, but to be honest, she kind of looks familiar. Oh, really? As I tried to recall where I might have seen her before, I quickly turned around and nearly ran into yet another new member. Ah! Melanie!
ごめんなさい。いつ話しかけたらいいかわからなくて。
Ah, were you listening this whole time?
はい。すごい人ですね。自信があってお綺麗で。
Melanie was staring at Catherine with big puppy dog eyes.
素敵な結婚できるのはきっとああいう人だけなんですよね。私なんて。
And there she goes again with that intense self-deprecation. Melanie's not unattractive. She could just use a confidence boost and maybe some fashion tips, and she'd be a total cutie. Guiding the lost lambs back to the flock is the job of any good goddess, or I mean bridal advisor. I need to find someone compatible for her, but in her case, it's also my duty to plant the seeds of confidence to blossom into love. Together, I'm sure we could do this, I'm going to do everything I can to help you Together, I'm sure we can do this. I'm going to do everything I can to help you. By the way, what did you think of the cafe?
コーヒー美味しかったです。話しかけてくれた方もいたのですが、うまく話せなくて。オーウェンさんもすごく親切にいろいろ教えてくれて、その。
Melanie looked down bashfully. I smiled at her, trying to get her to feel at ease. I led her to one of the lobby couches. I let her tell me all about her time at the cafe. Apparently Owen showed her all around the rest of the company as well. I gave her some advice about conversation icebreakers and made sure she was smiling again before we said our goodbyes. When she was gone, I started brainstorming a possible matchmaking process to help improve her odds of success. Is Owen single? Maybe you shouldn't pair her up with him. Interesting street front. After work, I was walking home alone as usual. Phew, what a day. It sounded like it was going to start up like the Pink Panther theme. I replied to all of the Parasite 5 messages, consulted with Melanie, and had a surprise business lunch with Mr. Snail. Not to mention finalizing the meeting with the Parasite 5 tomorrow. I really hope everything goes smoothly. Making my way home, I keep thinking about what type of woman might make a good wife for each of them. Gil is super picky, so I need to show him as many candidates as possible to get a sense of what his preferences actually are. For Monsieur Essay, I need to keep messaging him to find out what marriage really means to him and hopefully get him to come in. With Ryuki, I should focus on women who know all about beauty, but I don't want them to feel like they're competing with each other. As for Rao, he doesn't really want to get married, he just wants to learn about love. I should find someone with similar interests. If they can just hit it off from there, that might be enough to develop into a proper relationship. And then Alan. Rao did mention that he got slapped once though, so conversations about personal interests might get kind of risky. Even if they have similar interests, small misunderstandings like that could turn into a major blowout. Still haven't mentioned Alan yet. Meanwhile, Al's problem is Alan. There really isn't a right number for him. I need him to adjust his preferences somehow. It goes for everyone too, actually. They're not ready for relationships as is. They refuse to even listen to our lectures. I turned to social media in hopes of some new inspiration. Ever since the HQH incident, searching for Cupid on Instagram had become part of my daily routine. Let's see if anyone's talking about #Cupid today. As usual, there are lots of posts. Even after that ad campaign ended, #Cupid caught on and people still use it all the time. Feeling reinvigorated, I began scrolling through the posts. All of a sudden, a certain article caught my eye. The article's title was "A Cupid Corp Prez Wife Finally Caught on Film." I knew it. I wonder what she's like. It was from some crummy tabloid, but I still couldn't contain my curiosity. But when I clicked through the article, I nearly dropped my phone. What the heck? The photo from the article showed the president at the Happy Forest Cafe. In other words, it was from our lunch today. There was also the shot of someone from behind. The woman they claimed was his wife was actually me. I knew it. She was there just for publicity. They had to put a face to his mystery wife. I want to keep going, but at the same time, I don't want to keep going because I don't know how long it's going to be. I really want to see how this plays out, so I think I'm just going to keep going. The next morning, I marched straight into Mr. Snail's office. Mr. Snail, tell me you're not okay with this.
Lynette, 一体何が?
Look at this. I showed him the article I found on my way home yesterday. They're saying this is a photo of your wife.
これは
Our president was clearly just now learning about the article. He made no attempt to hide his shock.
これは昨日の会食の時のか。一体誰が勝手にこんな写真を。すまない。お前に迷惑かけるとは。
Well, I was in disguise and the picture is from behind, so nobody would know it's me. But isn't your wife going to be mad?
あ、私の
妻が怒る。
Oh, come on. Yeah, of course. If I was her and saw an article about me and the picture wasn't even me, I'd be furious. For her sake, I'd say you should try and get this photo taken down as soon as possible.
奥様のために。
Yes, you do care about her, right? Oh, come on. He gave a serious nod, but for some reason he also seemed a bit sad. Mr. Snail?
すまない。いや、なかなか想像できないというか。
Does your wife not care about things like this?
それなんだが。
Even if it didn't make her mad, I'm sure she wouldn't take it. Worst case scenario, she might think you're cheating on her.
浮気。
Mr. Snail, are you feeling okay? He seemed disoriented, and I asked the question again. He just stared at me. I started breaking out in a cold sweat.
実はお前にはそろそろ言おうと思っていたんだが、私が愛妻家という話は。
Oh no!
大変です。
No! Dang it. I hate you so much. Owen?
ノックぐらいしたらどうだ。
申し訳ございません。緊急事態でして。
What's the matter?
それが今日面談予定でいらしていたパラサイト5を間違えて女性会員様にご紹介してしまい、それで今下が大騒ぎになっているんです。
Oh my goodness. What now? What? We didn't get the reveal. Dang it. What are they doing? I followed Owen down to the lobby to see what was happening. The women were so agitated I couldn't make my way through them. Oh my gosh. Just gonna spraying everyone.
いきなりミストかけてきて何のつもりなのよ。
あなたたちフリーの女に興味ないとか過去の女が忘れられないとか頭湧いてるんじゃないの？
ごめんね。でも恋してない女の子とは付き合う気はないんだ。
ごめん、俺も努力はしてるんだけど、どうしてもあの子以外の人と付き合う気になれなくて。
俺の見解ではロズウェル事件は UFO 騒動というよりも現代のラグナロクではないかと。
というかここに来るなら最低限の身だしなみぐらいしたら。
してるわよ。私はおしゃれが趣味だし雑誌モデルもしてるんだから。
その程度で話にもならないね。
なんなのこいつら。こんな会員さっさと辞めさせない獅子も信じらんないわ。
はあ、そうやって人のせいにするからあんたはそんな顔してるんだよ。
Oh my gosh.
どうせモテないのも他人のせいにして。
Wow. I am so sorry. I put myself in between the crowd and the Parasite 5, doing my best to apologize. This is all one big misunderstanding. There must have been a scheduling mix-up. I'm coaching these members right now. They were absolutely not supposed to meet with you. If you'd like, we can connect you with some of our other members.
もういいわよ。変なミストで顔びしゃびしゃになっちゃったし。
次来る時はもっとマシな男を用意してちょうだい。
I'm really truly sorry. I continued to bow profusely and ushered the women away. After they disappeared, I turned back to the Parasite 5, but...
UFO は宇宙人の乗り物だと言われているけれど、俺としてはあれは神の乗り物じゃないかって思うんだよ。壁画にもそれらしいものが。
That's all he talks about.
ペーサインくん、何してるの？
爪の手入れ。
俺が悪かったのか？いやでも理想の女性を聞かれたら 当然ああ言わざるを得なかったし。
The Parasite 5 has shown no signs of changing. I shot a disappointed look at the president who had followed after me. Mr. Snail, do you really think these people can get married? One of them even sent a representative, right? If he actually wanted to get married, he'd be here himself.
私のクライアントは本当に忙しい人ですので。
But he's not willing to commit to a normal married life either, right? Why would he want to get married in the first place?
それはおそらく
Just come out with it.
ああ、スネイル君、ちょうどよかった。
As the members were leaving, Mr. Duff from our advertising agency announced his presence.
どうしたんですか？
昨日会食したテレビ局のプロデューサーからキューピッドコーポレーションを扱う特集番組をやりたいと提案をもらったんですよ。
Seriously?
あなたのおかげですよ、ミラーさん。
Why me?
昨日のお話が相当お気に召したみたいでね、早速特集内容を考えてくださったんですよ。
He handed me a piece of paper. It described a plan for 5 episodes, 1 per week, 30 minutes each, airing at midnight. 5 episodes?
1回程度かと思いましたが、随分と扱いが大きいんですね。
その代わり一つ条件があります。見栄えのいい会員を数名選んで出してほしいんです。
The Parasite 5? On camera?
いい会員ですか？
I couldn't help but look over at the Parasite 5. They would all look good on camera. I could still hear them rambling on about random topics like pillows and ancient mythology. I told them I wanted to meet with them, so they were sitting there waiting for me. Putting them on TV would cause all kinds of problems, though. Okay, so what's the point of getting a bunch of people that look good on camera?
シェアハウスですよ、シェアハウス。ほら、よくあるでしょ。年頃の男女がシェアハウスで愛を育むやつ。
Okay.
シェアハウスという名の婚活強化合宿をして、その様子をテレビで生配信。どうです？最高にクールでしょ。
So it's like Bachelor and Bachelorette. Well, I guess so.
ミラーさん、あなたも出るんですよ。トップブライダルアドバイザーとしてね。
Wait, me?
そりゃそうですよ。これは CC のための宣伝ですから。婚活男女を CC のトップブライダルアドバイザーがサポートしていく。どうです？
確かにそれは注目を浴びそうですね。 CC のいい宣伝にもなります。
でしょう。
何？君テレビに出るの？
Alright, that hasn't been decided yet.
彼は？
ああ、彼は CC の会員です。婚活中ですが、彼女に指導を受けているところでして。
あそこにいるのも全員そうだよ。
あそこにって、あれは俳優のラウル・アコニット。ラウル・アコニットにあの可愛い感じの少年とあのイケメンも婚活中なんですか？
Oh, well, that's not exactly.
ええ、そうです。
Owen, if he realizes they're all trying to get married, he'll try to exploit them for his show, and I'm not okay with that. Actually, they're all currently undergoing some special coaching, so they're not on the open market, as it were.
ねえねえ、君たちテレビに出ない？シェアハウス企画なんだけど。
He's already talking to them. No, wait, please, they're not.
シェアハウス？それって彼女としばらく一緒に暮らせるってこと？
Oh my goodness.
やります。
Like, yes, I'm there. Funny.
新しい稽古？へえ、面白そうだな。マネージャーにも確認しとくよ。
今メッセージで確認しましたが、クライアントもぜひにと。参加は代理の私になりますが。
He's already sent his client a text. His client is literally standing right next to him.
よし、じゃあ決まりだね。
Everyone, what about your normal jobs?
俺はフリーエディターだから仕事は家でできるし、いくらでも時間の都合はつけられるよ。
He's so happy.
僕もデザインできればどこでもいい。
I'm surprised he's even going along with it.
俺はまあ日中店に行ければ夜とか他の空いた時間は自由だよ。
俺も今は新作の稽古に集中しろってマネージャーに言われてるし平気だよ。
決まりだね。いやー、忙しくなってきた。シェアハウスの場所の選定もしなきゃだし。
ああ、それでしたら一番街にある私の別邸を提供しましょう。
Oh, reducing one of your homes.
それは予算も減らせるし助かるや。じゃあまた後日企画書をお送りします。よろしくお願いしますね。
He's already gone.
久しぶりのルームシェア楽しみだね、リネット。
What do you expect her to say to something like that? Like, you're literally her job right now.
シェアハウスには映画ローマやトローイ、ザ・ヘラークレスを持っていくよ。よければ一緒に神話討論を。
いやー、なんだか今日の面談を頑張る気になってきたよ。よろしくね、アドバイザーさん。
I thought you're not interested in anyone who's not in love. You've been plenty interested in her.
よろしく。
Is Ryuki actually into this? He said, "Yeah, good luck," but that's not what he said in Japanese. So I actually feel like it was the opposite. He's always struck me as the least motivated, but he didn't reject the plan. That alone makes me think there's something to being part of the show. Well, at this piece I plan on giving them another coaching session anyway. They really are the Cupid Corporation's most attractive members. It's a great advertisement opportunity for the company for sure. Even the president himself is excited about this. How can I say no? Rao is a professional actor, and Ryuki should be fine as long as we have a humidifier. I'll just have to make sure nothing happens while we're live. I'll have to coach them while the cameras are off. Worst case scenario, I'll need to prep a script. This should be fine.
Gee.
Yeah, right. It'll be okay. It's going to be okay. I have hope. Oh my goodness. And thus the collaboration between Lost York TV and the Cupid Corporation began. I think that's actually a good stopping point. It's almost 2 hours. Well, I'm going to cut out a lot, but my record time is almost 2 hours. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is episode number 3, and episode 1 just got released, so I hope I'm not getting too ahead of schedule. Maybe I'll start releasing them daily. I don't know. But since this game is new to me, I just can't stop putting it down. I just have to keep reading, and if I am going to read it, I have to record it. Maybe I'll just post them as soon as I get them edited, and if 2 happen to come out in one day, well then that's good news for the viewers, right? So, because otherwise I'm going to probably get so far ahead of my release that I'm probably going to start confusing what you guys have actually seen and what I have actually seen. And that happened a little bit to me on my next life as a villainess. I actually was recording ahead of schedule and was putting them on a schedule release so they would come out like once a day at the same time. And then when you guys were commenting on the past videos that I've already pre-recorded the next episode or 2, it was hard to not like was a premonition. It's hard not to give a premonition of what was to come in my answers, so that might be the trouble I get into if I do that this time. Or I should actually put this down and go record some Code Realize Future Blessings. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you can drop a thumbs up down below and or subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.